Hey guys, finally a new recap from Ronald, your futures trader. I've been away for some time and that was because I was doing a lot of research and backtesting and of course live trading on a new product, a product I really like, way better than all the other products I traded. I traded gold, I traded Nasdaq, ES, Dow Jones, Forex, you name it. I'm fully focused on ultra bonds, futures in this case ultra bonds, and I'm going to show you a recap of today. Ultra bonds has three interesting sessions to trade. Of course, we got the London session, then we got the bond open, that is when the ultra bond in the general bond market opens. And then later on we got a normal, the one everybody knows, the New York Stock Exchange open. That also gives a lot of volume and volatility and nice waves. In this example, this is New York Stock open. Most people would trade something like this. I'm going to show you why I like this ultra bond so much. Because it's very simple. There are two things you have to think about for trading. Trading has to be fun and not too much stress. Those are the two most important things for me for trading. And maybe another thing that's important, it has to be not too complicated. It has to be pretty simple to understand and to follow. I like to use simple rules. A product like this, Ultra Bonds, respects very much its structure. And what is structure? Structure is something like this. You see price dropping down, making lower highs, lower lows. Structure changed. The highs got broken and we're making new structure and there's structure continuation. So I've set up this chart with some very low price cheap indicators. I don't make any indicators. I just use a few cheap indicators and a few free indicators, like these Renko bars. They are free, so that you can also use them. I like to trade Renko because it's a much more clean chart. I like to have less things on my chart, not too much. I use a session profile. I think if you trade futures, you all should have a session profile, a VWAP of course, PLC, etc. So back to the ultra bonds. Why do we trade it and what's so important to trade? Simple thing, one very simple thing about the ultra bonds is it respects the structure. And like in this case, structure was long before the open. We were short on the bond open and we made shorts. You can take like almost every pullback down, in this case on a 1-1 Renko chart, until the structure changes. In this case also on the background you see that the session delta, the delta for this current session from now on changed to green, so the delta based structure is also based on longs, also looking for longs. So not only price action structure but also based on the delta, buyer sellers difference. We are also looking for longs. So, and if those two things line up, and also a bigger picture chart of Renko I also look at, of course, to have a bigger picture view, it's very easy to trade this chart, because like now, in this case, before the open, we bounced off here at the previous VPOC from Friday. We almost hit it, but not exactly, so I didn't take the bounce, but structure changed. So I was looking for longs. We have these numbers on the highs and the lows. These are the deltas per swing. Don't pay too much attention on it, but in this case you see positive numbers. That tells us on this swing buyers were in control. Buyers in control. Here was some battle above the VWAP, but still we have some negative delta and positive delta. Structure is holding and we're taking longs. In this case, we broke the VPOC, previous VPOC. We broke it to the upside. We stayed above, stayed on it. And deltas confirming. We got a few negative deltas. It can be a little bit misleading, the deltas per swing, so don't look too much to it. on a bigger picture chart, the deltas are more solid. So again, you can almost take every rotation on the Renko 1-1 chart. If you only take pullbacks, you see this level is holding. You see the rotations are holding. I also use candles that show volume getting in. We see now price ending up in a range. We have some sort of resistance over here. Price bounced off, and you got big red candles, volume getting in. But structure is still not changing. Now at this moment it looks like it changed. We got back into the value area of the profile, and we broke this structure. On this chart, the structure changed. We broke these lows, so the structure changed, and also the background color already changed, telling us the delta from now on is telling us sellers are in control, most likely, of course, because of this indicator. It's not a one indicator that telling us all the things we need to do. One indicator is not leading. We're looking at the total picture. But we use visual tools and keep it very simple and easy to trade. We take 2 or 3 kinds of setups, only pullbacks in a trend, so there has to be a trend, and we trade bounces of important levels. I have backtested these levels for months, and we trade breakout of the value area high, value area low. That is the only breakout we trade. We don't trade breakouts of highs or lows. It's way better to trade a retest. If this one would break to the upside, you trade a retest. That is why I love Ultra Bonds. 9 out of 10 times it retests the previous broken structure. So don't trade the breaks of the highs and the lows. Well, for now, this was New York Open, so we have 1 win, 2 win, 3, 4 wins. Then we ended up in a range. Maybe you don't even take these last 2s. We're looking for longs. Bonds also has a high tick price, 31.50 per tick, and I target around 4 to 10 ticks per move. I trade 4 contracts on my funded account. I can help you also in getting a funded account at a solid company. There are many companies out there, but I also give some mentorship about how to get funded, and of course mentorship on how to trade the Ultra Bonds. Again, it's very easy. You can contact me on my Discord server. We can have a private phone call on Telegram or on Discord about it. We can have an audio chat. I can help you more. I do a small mentoring. I do a mentoring to a small group of people who like to trade Ultra Bonds or gold or Nasdaq, but I would highly recommend Ultra Bonds over all those other charts because it's way more clean. So let me show you where it was. This is the bond open. We go back to the London. Friday was very moving day, a lot of volatility. This is the open of Frankfurt here, and we see on the background and on the structure we are down. So very simple, easy. We're looking for shorts. We're looking for, in this case, the break of value area low was over here. We broke value area low of the profile. We got our $500, 4 ticks, in and out, all good. Because here we had a level price might bounce off. This one it bounced, then it retested. So I didn't take this first one. I even took this bounce up, high risk. But with half of the positions, I lost it. So I had a win, loss, and these 2 I had a win. Just pullbacks to the downside. Then structure changed, and I had a win on this low. Why? This was first high low, second high low. I was in this one. This I took 4 ticks here, and on these one I also had 4 ticks take profit. It was small take profit, but in the end 1, 2, 3, 4 wins and 1 small loss with I believe 3 ticks stop. So all good. I'm in a profit, and in the end, guys, it's all about how long you trade, how many hours per day you need to trade to make a certain amount of money. And maybe you think, yeah, bonds isn't moving that fast. Well, Ultra Bonds is moving the fastest of all the bond types, and it has 3150 per tick. So if you take four ticks, a move of 4 ticks with 4 contracts on your funded account, that's $500. And most funded accounts you can keep 80% of the profits. So this is 500, 500, 500. You can easily make $1,000, $1,500 in like 1 hour of trading on the bonds with no stress, just taking pullbacks. But you need to use the right indicators and to have the right plan, right chart settings, and of course I can help you with this. I can tell you more about it. You can contact me about it, but keep it simple. Ultra Bond isn't popular, and I like it that way, that it's not popular, because it's also not manipulated. There's almost no manipulation, no stop hunts. It's very easy to trade, and the patterns we see every day. The break of the value area high, value area low, the pullbacks, the bounces. Where do we don't trade? We don't trade around POC VWAP. When price is ranging around VWAP POC, that's where price wants to be the most, and you see this is very rangy. You don't trade something like this. If you look at from here to here, you see prices in a range. I marked it already on my chart. First 2 hours of the London session ended here, 2 hours after London. I stopped trading. Then I wait like 10-15 minutes before bond open. There was some news also. And then there's movement again, movement getting in. If it's not clear, stay away. I don't like it like this. This was because of the news, but structure held. Previous value area low was broken to the downside. This is just a setup. I planned it, bounce or break of retest of this level. It broke, retested, continuation. But again, this is not clean. This is not how I like to see it. I like to see setups like this. All green, structured chains, deltas green, positive deltas, just a pullback, and you make like $750, $1,000 only on this move. Only on this move. That's simple. It's that simple. Here, we moved above the previous VPOC. This level held. There was continuation. Again, $1,000. These may be $500 moves with 4 contracts. And now we wait. Now we wait when we see something new. This is how simple you can trade Ultra Bonds. And again, if you want to know more, hit me up on my Discord server. The link is in the description, and we can also have a one-on-one chat session or team viewer session if you like. I do a mentoring on a small group, and if you like to join, that's all great. That's no problem for me. I like to keep it small with a few people so you can get the right attention, and I can help you out and make trading like a day job. You don't need a day job if you're trading bonds, because really you only need to trade like 1 or maybe 1.5 hours per session, depending on what time of day you like to trade. I'm in Holland, so I can trade London, I can trade the bond open, I can trade New York open also, so I can trade all 3. But if you only trade like 1 of those, it's no problem. You can also trade in the evening, later on New York, depending on your time zone also, of course. Hit me up with any questions. I'm here to help, and I can tell you more about it. Hope you liked the video, guys. Enjoy your day. Bye.